ACC Lacrosse on the ACC Network. Today we are in Charlottesville, Virginia. The #1 team in the country, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, in town to take on the Virginia Cavaliers, ranked 3rd in the latest Inside Lacrosse Media poll. It's senior day here with the Wahoos. That will stay with Virginia. Shot clock down inside of 5. Connor's gonna have to do something big. Tries a question mark, can't get a good shot, can't get it on goal. Now the officials say that shot was taken, though, before the shot clock wound down.
So you show respect now by pausing a bit here on O.
Cormier, skip past Schellenberger. He shoots. Entenmann is there.
Come from the scrappy plays, the unscripted plays, the change of possession plays.
McCann behind the cage. Nunes is there for the stop.
And all signs now, everything in his power geared towards winning a national championship.
Shuts down the alley to Schellenberger. Quickly in front, snuffed out by Entenmann.
That inside defense going to be tight today for Notre Dame, because in that first meeting, Chris, they gave up 6 goals from the slot. They have 3 rings. Been a member of the 2019 and 21 teams here at Virginia. Lefty.
Tevlin stopped by Nunes. Nunes had a big game in that last meeting. And picking up right where he left off between these two. Nick Harris. Advantage #1 in white. Field a little bit slick. Now he gets it back to his left, and that one steered aside by Entenmann.
That was a nice stop.
This field is a little slick, Q. They had a lot of rain last night, but we were walking on it before the game. Seems like it's drained pretty well. Gets beat up, though, and as you might expect, the area inside the crease and at the face-off dot.
We had biblical rains
rough.
On Friday. Entenmann, I thought last week against North Carolina, early in that game, it was going down to his knees a little bit. They made an adjustment at halftime. For my money, he's the best netminder in the country. Liam Entenmann, Chaminade. Tall, skinny, agile, great mind game, hand-eye coordination. Playing in the toughest conference in the country, Entenmann's showing up today. I haven't been in love with Notre Dame's settled offense this season. It's not great, it's not bad, it's
beautiful look, and Nunes is there, though he can't find it. Now he picks it up. And his brother Chris right on the doorstep, and he couldn't bury it.
Nunes' best stops come in the reactionary, the mindless moments as a goaltender. I think he's more vulnerable on outside shots where he's got to think about it. When you ask him to go pipe to pipe, he's a brilliant athlete, well above par for the position. He moves so smoothly.
Which is interesting because Virginia's all about business this time of year, aren't they? And both players talked about that, how
you could feel that from Cade Sawstad, right? You could feel academic pressure's gone. He's leaving here with a master's. He's got a ring already, but like everything in his power is going to be to acquire another national championship over the next 30 days. This is a Virginia team that typically stops drinking alcohol in the month of May.
Oh, Nunes prevents Chris Kavanaugh from getting the Notre Dame first goal of the day. McCann. 1-2-way midi against another with Connor. Taylor tries to muscle his way in that near post, nothing doing. Last year, the committee loves RPI and they love head-to-head for good reason.
Carolina defeating Johns Hopkins, which is the big plus on their resume.
Nunes is outstanding.
You know, it was this game, was at early April, I believe, when Nunes turned around his season with 14 saves and only 10 goals against. He had come into that game against the Irish slumping a little sophomore slump. He has figured it out, and he looks sensational in the last 4 or 5 weeks.
Said we're showing his dad too much, though, on TV. It's going to his head. You'll see Petey Sr. today. LaSalle takes a shot. Initially, Entenmann didn't know where it was, but he stops and is able to pick up the ground ball.
Entenmann's been going down to his knees the last 2 weeks on a lot of shots in the gray zone, so to speak, when you don't really know where it's going as a goalie. Not enough ball time with Pat Kavanaugh, 51.
Now a little movement here. Tevlin, who has the only goal, nearsided. Nunes is there. Here comes it.
Push fast forward. Watch this guy go.
Into the restraining box. Double team comes, though. Wasn't aware of Tevlin giving chase, and that's what Tevlin brings. Offensive side of the field with a goal. Defensive side causing the turnover.
Yeah, that's frustrating if you're an attackman for Virginia. Counterattack right now.
Cavalier shoot. Nunes goes down to make the save. Picked up by Seymour. He shoots it wide. Our call earlier this week knew that T-Bird was a character in the movie Hollywood Shuffle. We were just going to leave it at that.
I did not know that.
Correct. Just another look, and this time underneath Truett Sunderland, the freshman.
I thought it was odd that Convey had a...
That's like gold. That's like money in the bag. Tevlin. Now to the middle of the field. He shoots. Nunes goes wide to make the save.
Like the patience by Nunes. He's done a great job against the Cavanaugh brothers.
McCann gets held up. Under 10 to shoot. Dobson's gonna have to let this one fly, and Nunes is up to the task. McCann. Dobson tries the bounce shot. Nothing on it. Couldn't get anything on it.
Sawstad handcuffed him. Dobson, the native of Jacksonville, grew up
the two brothers, and we're going the other way with McConvey. Now McConvey sees a little bit of advantage. To Zinn up top. He can shoot. Entenmann is there all the way. And he was looking to go quickly. Didn't get anything going. All for naught. Let's see what the Irish can do.
McConvey's distraught. He wants that one back.
Right. Final seconds. Nunes gets credit for the save.
Something else. I wonder what his hair looked like. All those guys got crazy mullets.
Yeah, they always come with the mullets when they get the introduction. Now we're going to get a long pole goal for Notre Dame. No, because Nunes stones him. Donovan had it right at the doorstep.
Great patience by Nunes. Holding his ground, matching up stick on stick. Just waiting it out, waiting it out, waiting it out. Time is on your side as a goaltender, and the longer you can make a shooter hesitate and wait and think, the better off you are. Too often this season, I've seen goalies in this situation drop down low. Why? From in tight, the shot's coming high 80% of the time, and he just matches up and holds his ground. Stay big, stay tall, stay high.
Now to Cormier. That is just a heavy load shot with the left, but Entenmann sees it the entire way in. Still though, Irish ball. 15 seconds to get a shot on net. Gray beats in, gets inside, can't get much of a shot on it though as that defense converged on it.
Still, it'd be interesting to take a look at slow motion at that Houdini.
Just a few seconds for Simmons. He's going to have to get underneath the defense, and he does, but Nunes takes the bounce shot full strength.
Good man down defense, the specialty unit. Oh, I don't know what Zinn's doing.
Left Cavanaugh open. Fortunately, Nunes was able to see it. Now Zinn's going the other way. He'll shoot and score! That's what he's doing.
This is a bizarre play. He's super smart. Watch him. He just lets him go.
That's Pat Cavanaugh you let go.
Trusted his goalie, I guess. Watch the speed now.
Nunes on the other end, totally fired up after he made that save. That was before Zinn scored.
Final games.
They have 6 teams that play in their conference tournament, like the Big Ten. Big Ten's down to 4.
MAC championship from Manhattan. It's going to be on the ESPN networks, as is the America East, and of course the Ivy League with Anish Kark and myself, and then we'll drive to meet you up in Bristol on Sunday night.
For the selection show, Entenmann, another double-digit save game for Entenmann. It's old hat. Not afraid to clear it on his own either.
Entenmann doing a spectacular job there under major pressure from a scary defender like Cole Kastner, and he managed to two-handed cradle this without arm pads.
Virginia's getting a good game again from Matthew Nunes in goal, and his defenders in front of him have been pretty good.
Yeah, you know, Virginia is built to stop the Kavanaughs. And the first thing that jumps out at me is Cade Saustad, 11 in white, the redshirt senior, Cole Kastner, 39. The job they have done today. Quentin Matsui's not on the bench. Big deal. Griffin Kaloji's done a good job inside. But Matt Nunes, I mean, he was a question mark in February and March. I thought he had a real rough patch there in his season as a sophomore from Houston. Thought he was guessing. And he was guessing to his offside and predetermining his movement. And that game at Arlada, where he made 14 saves, was kind of a turning point. And you see how different he looks now. You know, he's reading everything. He's really patient. We're not seeing false movement. Goalies go through streaks. It's like being a batter. It's like being a batter in baseball. You know, you may hit an 0 for 20 skid. What are your fundamentals? And I give Kip Turner, the goalie coach of Virginia, a lot of credit for straightening Matt out.
How do you get out of it?
And Matt deserves a lot of credit.
How do you get out of a funk?
You work on your techniques. You isolate what was not going well, and that was he's kind of guessing to his offside, thinking and cheating. And then if you're an athlete like Matt, it's about trusting yourself. Just be patient enough and trust that your quickness is going to get you to the ball. And don't guess. Use your intuition, yes. Have a feel for shots. You got to. Do your homework, watch your film, work on your technique. And then once the game starts, have the confidence to just see the ball and react. You see that ball the second you get off the bus, in the pocket, off the lip of the stick, and in the air for 2.5 hours. That's your only focus, is the ball.
These D-middies, Zinn, Chismar, Soliday, have done a fantastic job today in limiting the effectiveness of this Notre Dame offense. And there's Nunes again. This time takes care of business against Chris Cavanaugh.
Low-to-low release. Chismar's not hurt. That's being a great sportsman. That's playing hard.
Not afraid to shoot. Instead, he gives it away to Cormier.
She's getting runs.
Not easy the way this rope unit has been these last couple of years. Cavanaugh doesn't get in.
Kavanaugh's out of the equation. I'm surprised that Virginia didn't try to run more of their offense through their Notre Dame didn't try to run more offense through their midfield. It's like having to catch Riley Gray from 10 yards. Nunes is all over that.
Within shouting distance, Connor with a 5-goal lead, more than happy to take a little bit out of it. Entenmann battling. Ooh, that was dangerous in front.
Entenmann stuffed Dixon down low.
And the horn sounds. 12-8 our final score as Matthew Nunes is mobbed in the crease by his teammates. And why not? What a performance from the sophomore goalie.